Greetings from the Canadian Tank Museum in Oshawa, Ontario, Canada. Every tank museum in the world, every armored regiment, and every wargamer wants to fill that empty garage slot with something new this Christmas. Let me show you what we have under the Christmas tree. So after a lot of hard work here in the MVCC, the M1917 is now here in the Canadian Tank Museum and on display for winter. We're going to leave it here where we can tell the story of the First World War and Canada leading into the Second World War, because that's where this vehicle comes into play in Canadian military history. There are only 20 remaining in the world, only 3 in Canada. This particular one is the most complete one in the country, with its engine and all of its systems still intact. So the M1917, it's actually a French design, the Renault FT, or some people say FT-17, a revolutionary design by the French in the First World War. This was to be an infantry support vehicle and also a breakthrough vehicle, a little bit faster than the larger French and British tanks that would be supporting the infantry in a breakthrough. It's a 2-man crew. They licensed this to the United States to be built. The French did not have the industrial capacity when the US joined the war in 1917, so they actually licensed the Renault FT to be built in the United States. 3 different companies were contracted in building it, and the Americans made some slight adjustments. First, the large idler wheel at the front, it's actually steel, whereas the French Renault would be a wooden wheel with a steel around it. They added additional viewing slits here for the driver, the operator of the vehicle, and also their turret. The turret, you can see, is not a cast piece. It's an octagonal turret with additional armor on the front. Coming around to the side of the vehicle, the other thing that really distinguishes it from the French Renault is that the muffler is on the left side of the hull instead of on the right side of the hull. And the American-built tanks will have these 2 lifting points, because just like in the Second World War, these were being produced here in North America and would have to be lifted onto ships and shipped overseas. Here you have it, the M1917, the first Great War or First World War tank that we have here at the Canadian Tank Museum. One of the most exciting and important acquisitions that we have ever made, now on display through the winter period. From the members of the Canadian Tank Museum, we'd like to wish our friends all around the world a very safe and happy holiday season.
Merry Christmas!